Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Everybody's favorite project is back. I believe it's probably nobody's favorite project, but you know. Kohler KT19 swapped 816. The reason it is back is because I have sold this engine. The guy doesn't want the tractor. He said if it comes with the tractor is going to the scrap. What that means is we're doing something with the tractor, as you already know. I happen to have an 8122. Nobody seems to want to buy it. Not surprised. The engine's worth more than the whole tractor because they made so many of these that everyone and their brother has one. It's like a Ford 8N or a John Deere 212. So what we're going to do is take this engine off, because like I said, it's sold, it's leaving, it's supposed to be anyway, and I'm going to put this 12 horse on it. This engine I know runs. I sprayed carb cleaner in it and it did start when I first bought this tractor, but that's too easy of a project to get running. And again, just a simple 8122 super common tractor. So its front tires will probably go on this unless these decide to hold air again. And the engine is going to go on the 816. So essentially we're building an 812 out of an 816. So all the wiring is going to have to go. Oh, I never hooked up choke and throttle. Cool, cool. So everything that we need to make this a 12 horse, we are stealing off this. Unfortunately, that's all the more the hood opens on this. So we're going to have to fix that. Looks like by taking that bracket off or taking the rod off of the platform up there. Let's see which one's easier. Oh yeah, just a little pin. There we go. Now I'll find something to hold this thing up. And we're going to start pulling engines off. That's it. Looks like that one has some wire. Alright, let's find out what's behind door number uno. Maybe. Come on now. I'm slightly concerned when I knock this off we're going to have engine oil everywhere. Because there's a gasket between them, but it shouldn't be. Had oil in it. Look how brand new it is back in here. I wonder if they purposely put oil in that, or if the rear main seeps a little. Let's see if this one lines up. Oh yeah. That one's nice and snug on here. Alright, the engine's still on the bench. It's been an hour since you guys saw anything. Got the old wiring harness ripped out. Got the wiring harness taken out of the 8122. And I'm working on putting it in. I just put the solenoid in and loosened this nut so that I can put the wire on there. Here's the factory wiring harness from the 8122. That goes to the lights. This is voltage regulator here. This is the safety. I bypassed it. This is a safety. It's also bypassed. This is the power wire, the red one. Oop. This one will go on that post I just showed you on the solenoid. And the rest of it runs back to the engine. This is the stator. And this is the coil. It's pretty simple. It's kind of a pain to put it in. This tractor also has the cigarette lighter. So this is the wire from the old wiring harness for that. I'm just going to put that right on the light switch. I'm going to use this as a light switch. I took the the bus fuse out of the 8122. We're going to run it in here. So we're wired for that. This will go to there, and then I will put a wire from the bus fuse to the hot over here or up here, one or the other. I'm just cooking along. Well, actually it's taken me forever. I've got throttle cable out of here because it's too short. I'm gonna have to take the choke out too. This is the choke and throttle cables from the 8122 that need to go in this thing. Got the wire or cable back here for the starter. This is kind of a slow process, but I'm just slowly making progress and picking away at it. I'm going to have to get a key switch. The key switch that was in this is kind of a piece of crap, and that didn't have a key switch. They had rigged it up to be a push button start. So I'll be putting a key switch in this thing. But yeah, I'm just slowly chipping away at it. I might update you again before it's done. I might not. We'll see. But I'm not going to make you guys watch me wire this thing up. Alright, it's been another half an hour or so. The wiring harness is in. I don't have a key switch in yet. The wiring harness is hooked up from here back. I've got my power lead that comes up here. Got all this hooked up. Got the switch just loosely in. I'll probably have to take it back out to put the light wire on, because there's not a lot of room back in there to work with the screws it has. But I just wanted it in there, kind of show me where it was going to be, how it was going to be. Both choke and throttle cables are in and functional. So everything is run back here that needs to be. The only thing I need to do is change the fuel line, because it needs to be on this side, not this side. Oh boy, okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this rubber line off and pull that back up in there and bend it over and bring it over here where it belongs. So I'm going to do that real fast, and then we are ready to put the engine on. I got all the wiring back here for it. We got coil, stator, starter, which goes coil, stator, starter. Then of course fuel line up here, throttle cable here, choke cable goes here to the choke. So yeah, we are cooking right along. It's still the same night. I started this project at like 6:30 or 7 o'clock tonight. It's now 9:30. So I'm gonna get this switched over, and then we are putting this engine on. Okay, fuel line is just, I tossed it over here for now. We'll put it exactly where it needs to be later. Everything's tucked up out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and set the engine in. We're going to bolt the engine in, and then we can start hooking stuff up that goes to the engine. After all that's hooked up, we got to go back to the front, finish the wiring, and then we should be able to put a battery in this, get it fired up. I will have to prime the pump. The people at the auction said it needed a fuel pump. It's got a plastic China one on it, so probably it needs prime. So that'll probably be a fight, but we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. Okay, let go of me. I'm lifting you, not the other way around. Let me show you why I have to take it off. These bolts won't clear. They interfere. So we got to do something different. If I had a couple of these the right size, I'd use those. This is the wrong size. I think that should do. That looks better. Let's try it again. Seems better already. All right, engine's bolted on. Well, is that right? There it goes. Tighten that. Come on now. Oop, don't look at the starter, y'all. Like I said, I'm blading a little. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna finish hooking stuff up. Alright, everything's hooked up. Back here, fuel line's hooked up. Choke and throttle are working. I fixed this issue. I found a little clip to put on there. Now I need to put gas in the tank, get it primed to the back, and then in theory, once I get the fuel system primed up, this thing should start. There should be nothing holding us back from starting. I have a key switch in here. I'll put that in the dash later. I'm not too worried about it right now. So I'm going to get some gas in the tank. I'm going to have to get this down off of blocks or put the front end up on blocks. Or both. Probably have to pressurize the tank, get fuel back here anyway, so I might just leave it just how it is. And once we have fuel back here and bled to the pump, I will try and get the line filled that goes to the carb. Before we go starting this, I do want to check the air filter. I have had it off before. I don't remember what it was looking like though. Not the best. But I have seen worse. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to get some things primed up here, get gas in the tank, and we should be ready to try and fire it up on fuel. Alright, I've got primed to the pump. Now I need to crank it and get fuel through the pump. So we're going to hook the power up for the first time on this wiring harness. I did remember, strictly because I put gas in it, that this tank does leak. So once we make it run, we'll be putting a different tank in it, I guess. Contact. Everything seems happy. Except that. Alright, I did something. I don't like it, which means you guys really won't like it, so I'm not going to tell you what it is. Let's see if it cranks. Now I need to figure out if it's pumping. You guys watch the pump. Tell me if any fuel comes out when I crank it. Yell nice and loud so I can hear it. Did we have fuel? No. Why would we? That would be silly. I'm gonna keep cranking and see if she'll start. Oh boy, what's happening? Oh, my pump is just leaking everywhere. All right, she's put back together. Start a fire. Now the carburetor's leaking everywhere. It's dripping off the bowl nut. Is it loose? Oh, yeah, it's... Oh, whew. The bowl is just not even finger tight. Who was working on that? They were a clear genius mechanically. They were like the god of mechanical skills. over here. Ow! Whoo, whoo, whoo. That's ouchie, ouch. Whoever had this was trying to work on it, didn't know what they were doing. Carburetor ball, tighten the back up. Funny how it stops leaking when things are tight. Let's see if it'll start again. Now we're leaking over here. What in the world? I don't know if it's the hose on the fitting leaking or if it's the carburetor. I think it's the hose on the fitting. I'm gonna put a new hose on it. This one is a little short. Whoever put it on rode the short bus, clearly. Okay, I put a new hose on. Let's see if I get to win yet, or if I'm still a loser. Contact. Like I win. Got it idling really high. There we go. Give it some throttle. See what it does. pumping the power steering back up. Okay, before I really go any further, I'm going to have to replace this tank. It's leaking in a lot of places. I finally win. Took freaking long enough. I spilled like a gallon of gas with this thing trying to win. Finally. Yes! Victory! Now I get to replace this gas tank. And then I can probably take it down off these blocks. Should be done working on the engine. Then we need to fix the power steering. I'll show you that once it's not jammed over there on that side where I can't get to it. One new fuel tank later, we're sitting here running, and I am going to try to back it off of these blocks. Go. I should be safe to put that cover back on too. PTO works. Okay, probably next thing is going to be get that back together some. Put the key switch in the dash. I need a regulator on here. Probably find a regulator and then work on the power steering. Alright, let me show you what the power steering's doing. As one might imagine, that could be a problem. The other problem is the seal in the end of it's leaking, but we're going to ignore that for now. Okay, that's all the way out. Looks like I want to go to about here to be halfway. Okay. Gotta gotta get these wheels turned straight, and then all I gotta do is get the bracket back there to stay exactly where I have it right now. So the problem is this bolt was broke off. See, it's just not up in there. So I'm going to take this one out. Oh. Get this one out. And then that whole thing should be free to drop down. Finally. Alright, we're put back together. I took this whole thing off. Got the broken off bolt out. That was interesting. Fun. Tapped both holes. I replaced both bolts with grade 8s. They had like grade 2 or something in it. Wasn't even marked. Which would be grade 2 unless it was something ching-chongy that they don't mark. But regardless, they were junk. Got 2 brand new grade 8 bolts in there. Bolted that back up. Changed this because before you couldn't take this bolt out without taking this whole bracket off. Now you can. There is clearance on the platform, y'all. Don't panic. Now we should have some steering. It's not interested. That's all the way that way. All the way that way. Does not turn as sharp as factory, but who cares? It's shaking in its boots. This thing doesn't tell me a battery voltage. I'm gonna check if it's charging. I put a regulator in it. Alright, I tossed her back together. I did top off the hydraulic oil. It was low. What a surprise. I put the battery in it that was out of the 8122, but it doesn't fit right. I can't switch it around. I can reach the positive over to here, but the negative won't reach. So this is how it's got to be. So this can't be on there with this battery. It will touch both terminals. So whoever buys this is going to have to put a new battery in it, which this battery is junk anyway. It has like 7 volts in it, and my battery charger will not charge it. It just says wrong. So they were going to have to replace it anyway. I just wanted them to have a core charge, but they'll have to get one with the posts on opposite sides, maybe a bit smaller so it can go back here the correct way. So it's currently dark out. What a surprise, because it's winter now. So we can't take this out and drive it around right now, but in the morning, if I have time, we'll be taking this out, driving it around, and we'll end the video there. Show you guys everything works. I'm going to put the lift hitch back on. I'm not going to make you guys watch that. And then this thing's going to be done. Completely ready to go and finished. So I'll see you in the morning. We're going to take it for a drive. Alright. It's been several days and it's evening time, but we're back on this. Do you guys hear how it's missing and running bad? It's It's running on a bad battery. See how it's running better now? That just goes to show, if you've got something running poorly and you can't figure it out, check your battery voltage. I'm going to take this thing out, drive it around, get pictures before it gets dark all the way, because it's going up for sale. Oh, this is comfortable. Oh, this actually would be pretty comfortable. Let's go second. We're in high. Oh yeah. Alright guys, it drove out here, steered. I guess that's going to be the end of this video. Power steering's a little slow for my liking, but I haven't full throttled it yet. I've just kind of idled it around, so I'm sure it'd work better throttled up. But it's going to be for sale. Hopefully it'll be sold by the time you see this video, but we'll see. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.